as a social sciences and humanities teacher, I teach in a variety of different areas, including the traditional family studies classes like food and nutrition and parenting and fashion, as well as philosophy, world religions, and general social sciences. And the issue of homelessness is something that can be really effortlessly woven into all of those courses, because they're all about human need, and a variety of different human needs, but all about different human needs. And homelessness at its core is about not meeting a fundamental human need, and it touches on all students' lives, whether they know somebody who's homeless, they've seen somebody who's homeless, they want to understand homelessness, they have reactions, judgments, they have all kinds of things that they want to say about homelessness, and it leads to deeper understanding and connection in the classroom. I became interested in the issue of homelessness as a social justice issue, and social justice is, well, my need for engaging with social justice issues was the reason that I went into education in the first place. So an issue like homelessness was something that I engaged with from the beginning of my teaching career. They respond sometimes with curiosity, sometimes with judgment, sometimes with empathy, and always, once we talk about it, once they see that the line between us and them is really very close, they start to have a much deeper understanding of homelessness as a human issue. It's not about othering, it's not about them being something different. It's about needs not being met, and they could be in that situation, or somebody that they love could be homeless because of circumstances that are completely beyond their control. So it's something that students respond very well to, and they react against strongly in the beginning. I developed a couple of units. One was for the food and nutrition course, and in that we were looking at the nutrition needs that are typically not met when somebody can't cook for themselves at home. So, I mean, it's one thing to say, well, people can get food at a food bank, but what's missing? What are they getting too much of if they're only eating canned food, for instance? So we looked at what people need when they're feeding themselves in inadequate facilities. And so that was in the food and nutrition unit. And there was a social action component to that as well, where they were planning how to meet the needs of homeless people, for instance, in a soup kitchen, at a food bank, how to adequately feed people and give them what they need, culturally respectful food, low salt food, all of the things that are often a challenge to be able to get when you're feeding yourself in inadequate conditions. So that was in the food and nutrition unit. In the individuals and families in a diverse society course, we developed a unit looking at some of the struggles that are faced by families that can sometimes lead to homelessness, and that can sometimes make it a challenge for a family to deal with somebody that they love who is homeless. I like the social action component. I think it's one thing to understand and be aware of, but it's a very different form of learning when students get involved and do something to make a difference. And that's something that I think all of us should be working toward, is to do those hands-on social action kind of learning projects. That was a struggle because, as I said, all of social sciences and humanities is about human need, and we could look at that through a philosophy lens, looking at the ethics around issues of homelessness. We could look at it in the parenting course easily. So it really was a struggle to figure out which course to connect it with, because homelessness can connect to so much. So I chose courses that are popular, that a lot of students take, so that the message could reach as many people as possible. So that was how I connected with the particular course, and then the content that I connected with. It was an easy decision to just look, if it's a food and nutrition course, look at what are the nutrition issues that homeless people face and how can we deal with that. And then in the individuals and families course, it's about family development and challenges that families face. So we treated homelessness as a family challenge. I think it's really important to do your thinking ahead of time and to know your students ahead of time and to approach the issue of homelessness as a sensitive topic, because it can cut very close to the students' lives that are in front of you in the class. And so often boards will have developed resources for dealing with controversial and sensitive issues in their classes. And I think this is a controversial and sensitive issue. Well, not controversial, but it's sensitive. And teachers should know how to manage those kinds of issues as they come up in their classroom. So if somebody makes a comment, they should be prepared to effectively and respectfully engage with students and deal with the content of what they said as a way of making a safe environment for all of their students.